The GameOnExpo is a video game convention that was started by Gamester81 in August of 2015, and ever since then there has been an expo every year, with 2018 being no exception. I have been going to these expos since 2015, and honestly the convention's just been getting better and better each year with no sign stopping anytime soon. So today I want to review this year's GameOnExpo and give my overall thoughts of the convention. It's kind of weird I'm doing a review of a convention as my first damn review, but I'm doing it anyway. Screw you. With all that being said, let's jump into the review. This year's GameOnExpo took place at the Phoenix Convention Center, which is actually the same place the last GameOnExpo took place, although this year added a lot more space compared to last year. When you walk into the convention, you'll be greeted with the arcade, which includes a lot of popular arcade games like Galaga, Karate Champ, and heck, even the Star Wars video game and many others. There are even custom cabinets at the arcade, including a Cuphead cabinet, a Mega Man cabinet, a DuckTales cabinet, and finally, there's even a Legend of Zelda cabinet. In front of the arcade are the vendors. We decided to check on the Retro World Championships, as I was planning on getting on the leaderboards to head into the finals. However, I will be specifically talking about that championships in a separate review, so please stay tuned to that when it comes out. As for the rest of the vendors, there are quite a lot of shops for games. Some noteworthy ones include Fallout games, Game Over games, and my buddies at 1UP Games. Shout out to Tim and Nick who run 1UP. Oh yeah, Tim or Nick, if you're watching this, which you probably are, please sponsor me. Something really cool 1UP Games did this year is on the last day of the convention, 1UP Games was selling a bunch of games on a table, a lot of them being PS2 games, and those games were only like worth $1. And if you bought 5 of those games, 3 were free. It was easily one of, if not the best deal at the convention. Like, who wouldn't get Shrek 2 for $1? Or how about getting that other SpongeBob game that no one even talks about for free? Other than 1UP Games, we got some other cool things at other vendors, like the Fallout Games booth that had the HD NES portable for $80. We got one, as who wouldn't buy an HD portable NES in 2018? Like, you're missing out if you don't have one. Since we're on the topic of vendors, I have like a little nitpick when it comes to the vendors selling Super Famicom games, N64 games, and Game Boy games. These vendors put these carts in a way where you have to scroll through the game slowly, see if there's anything interesting. Like, why couldn't they display them up front, as they don't have top labels? Or how about getting something like a nail polish stand and display your games that way? Heck, that's what I do to display my Game Boy games. So why can't these shops and vendors do the same? Other than that, the vendors sold some pretty neat things actually, although at a steep price. Like, there was a copy of Golf for the Game Boy at 2 vendors. One vendor was selling it for $3, while the other vendor was selling it for $15. Keep in mind, both copies at the vendors were in the exact same condition. Like, unless someone hid $12 in that one copy of Golf, then why is the game so expensive? Overall, despite some of the problems I had, the vendors were really good this year, and probably even better than last year's. Now let's talk about the other stuff at the GameOnExpo. Firstly, you had a stage where live music performances took place. Next, you had the retro tournaments, which were tournaments for various games like Mario Bros, Mean Bean Machine, and even the N64 Super Smash Bros. I only participated in the Mario Bros tournament because that was the only game on the list I practiced for. And I ended up getting second place, which is not first, but I'll take it. Congrats to the dude who won. Although what's funny is I was practicing for points, even though you're supposed to kill the other player, which was the whole point of the tournament, so whoopsie. Other than tournaments, you had various other console games you can play up front, some of these being practice stations for the tournaments, while others are just for the attendees to try out the games. Next to all of that stuff are the panel rooms, which We didn't go to any panels other than the auction this year. There weren't really any panels that interested us other than the YouTuber ones, but we sadly missed those. And that was the GameOnExpo 2018. Overall, it was a really solid year, and I highly recommend anyone going to next year's event. It had a huge arcade, solid vendors. Oh, and this! Whoever put this down, I will find you, and I will murder. So yeah, if you're interested in the event, then please click the links in the description to follow GameOnExpo on Twitter or Facebook to get notified when the next event is being held. Anyways, thank you for watching, and that'll be all for me for now.
Hey, guys.